Alright guys, and welcome back to the channel again. It's been over a week since I was last out fishing. Last session wasn't a particularly great session. I tried a different mark and got 2 wrasse and a small cod, but overall it was quite poor fishing, to be fair. I'm going back to the same mark today as where I got them 8 cod the other night. Well, the other couple of weeks ago. The conditions are different, obviously. It's overcast. There's a... Sorry about that, guys. There's just some people coming past then. Yeah, so obviously, where was it about the conditions? So it's overcast. Temperatures are about 14 degrees. It's fairly mild, but it's not warm either. Like it's comfortable. There's a light westerly wind, about 15 mile an hour. The sea is a bit bumpy. There's a bit of a swell on. I think. I'd say the water will be clear, maybe mid-tide. Might be dirty to start with. It's 4:45 now. High tide's at 5 to 10, something like that. So I'm going to be fishing it like 5 hours of the flood basically, and see how I get on. So I've only brought my my cod rod again. Obviously I wasn't going to bring my light spinning rod for the wrasse because I think it's going to be a bit too bumpy for them. So, but not for the wrasse. For my little spinning rod, it won't be able to handle the conditions. Fishing with like a 1 ounce sinker and that, it won't. I don't think it'll hold bottom. But I imagine there'll be a couple of wrasse about still, mind on the bait rod maybe. But it's cod we want. Since that day I caught them 8, I don't think there's been well, out of all the lads I know, there hasn't been a single cod caught. I did catch a fish finger last week, like, but other than that, like, that's it. Quite strange. It's the 3rd of June now, so this is definitely my my last session down the actual cliff itself where I can't get signal. But then again, last time I was down with the mark where I'm going, I was getting 5G and I was getting text messages and everything. It was because I'm on a new network now, so I think I can actually get signal as well, actually. So, but I'm not going to take a chance. Like, this is definitely the last time I'm going down these bits. Probably to about October time, I'd say. Maybe even later. But there's not really much to report about cod. Like, I've heard nothing. Not since the weather's changed. I've heard absolutely nothing over here. Yeah, like I say, when you're fishing for summer cod, like, I've always had my best sessions when it's flat calm, red hot and gin clear. That's when I've always had my best do's. Like, evening tides I should say. I seem to do well on evening tides as well, where it's like going to dusk on the summer cod. Like, it's just what I found over the years, especially when I used to go with my granddad. We used to fish a lot of evening tides, obviously because he was at school, and obviously we used to go fishing in the evening times quite a lot, and even back then it was like that. Like, but I know there was a few lads fishing around these cliffs yesterday, and I don't think there was out of reports. I only just found out before, so that doesn't give me a bit of confidence, like. But you never know. Fishing different marks and that, you might catch a couple of fish. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what else to say. But I've just got my Evolution Sport today. Slash 30. With I've got £35 on the main line, because I can't find any 40 anywhere. What else is there? I've got crab again, and a wee bit of lug, bit of fish bait as well. I I've got all my rigs made up, apart from the most important bit, hooks. I've got I just bought a load of hooks the other day from Matt's Baits, and I've brought 2 packets with me, 10 in the packet. Like, I'll sort my traces out when I get down at the bottom of the cliff. I haven't had time to. I've made all the traces up. It's just I just need to tie the hooks on, and that's it. And then they're good to go. I've got my headlight with me, probably for coming back up the cliff, because I reckon it will get dark around 9:30, 10ish tonight, I'd say, because it's very overcast. Maybe 9:30ish, I'd say. Yeah, so I'll need my headlight for coming up the cliff. Might not need it, but I think I probably will, like, you know. So, right, I'm coming to the important bit, the climb. So I'll get in touch with you when I'm down casting and fishing. So catch you in a bit, guys. Right, guys, there's look at the size of him just up there on rock. There he's seeing us now. Hello, pal. They look like the face on them, they look like a Staffordshire Bull Terrier with the faces of them. Absolute massive animal, like. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just here for some fish. Like you as well, I suppose. Class, like. Right, I was gonna get my gear set up, guys. Right, guys, I'm down fishing now. My rod's in. The seal went back in the water before from the rocks just to the left hand side of me, and he's just been sat about here in this area for about 10 minutes, just sat there bobbing up, just watching what I was doing. But I don't think he was too pleased that I was here and disturbed his peace time, I guess you could say. But anyways, we're out fishing now. Got crab and a bit of lug, as I say, and fish bait, so we'll see how we get on. He's here. He's out here. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see him on the camera? Where's he at here? Ah! Oh no, that's my rod stand. He's just here. Right there. I don't know if you lot can see him. I can't see it on my camera, like. I'll try and zoom in if I can. Oh no, it won't let me. He's just here. He's right there. Oh, his head's just there. I don't know if you're seeing him or not, but he's just there, popping about 50 yards out. He's just staring at me. I think he's proper pissed off that I've took. Mind you, it was 30 yards over to my left, so I wasn't really bothering him. He suddenly jumped off the rock and back into the sea. But I mean, he's got the entire area to jump on another rock if he feels like it. He's probably at all the fish of a low water, and then I've come down, and he's probably going to eat all the fish. Sorry, I've come down, and there's all the fish have gone, I should say, because of him. Well, anyways, bait's out now. Whether there's fish there, I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. So I'll catch you in a bit if there's any action, guys. First cast of the bad sized pollock, guys. I'll just put it in this pool here. I'll put it there. Oh, that's a better one actually. It was just a slack line bite. As soon as I put the camera down after that seal went, as soon as I put the camera down, I turned around, my line was slack. Mr. Pollock, it just fell off. It's one of few pollock I've ever caught on bait. I won't catch that many on bait, to be fair. Here we go. I'd say he's about maybe 2¼ pound or something. He's not a bad sized pollock, to be fair. I'm going to put him back because he was just in sore lip up, like, well, he just fell off here. So he's probably about two and a bit, 2¼ or something like that. There we go. Nice sized pollock, guys. There you go. Just on straight crab. As soon as I put the camera down about that seal, I turned around and the line was slack, and I picked rod up. Now and then I just felt doo-doo. I thought, oh, it's a codling. This definitely a codling, but no, another bad sized pollock. And there we go, guys. Fantastic. So I was going to get this guy returned, I think, or maybe just put him in one of these deep pools. And I'll let you know if there's anything else, guys. But there you go, first cast, pollock, nice decent sized pollock, fantastic. I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Right, guys, second cast. I couldn't get to the camera quick enough because he wasn't half thumping away in the stand. I've just got a codling there, very similar to the stamp I was getting on this mark last time. He's 38 centimetres, so around 1.5 pounds. There you go, 1.5 pounds, another 1.5 pounds codling, guys. It's quite a fresh run slash dark type fish. As you can see, there you go. He was just lip hooked again, this one, so I've just put that pollock back before. When I put that pollock back, I turned round and I could see my rod thumping, and I picked it up and I never felt out, so I put it back down the stand, and maybe 2 or 3 minutes later it was thumping again, and this guy was on. Nice little pound and a half codling again. At least we're catching him. I mean, I was on the phone to my uncle today, and he was, well, he was saying, like, I was saying, like, the past couple of weeks, apparently the codling have gone a bit quiet. And I said, at least I was getting them last week, but they were only 1.5 pounds, 2 pounders, but it doesn't matter. I was catching jack shit in the winter, jack shit, and I'd quite happily catch these fish all day and get nothing at all. It's ridiculous. So, There you go guys, another £1.5 codling, fantastic. So I'm going to get him in the pool up here, revive him a bit like I did with that pollock, and I'll try and get him back. So I'll catch you in a bit. We're off again guys. Snag. There's a fish on as well. It's snagged up guys. I'm going to get this trace baited up again and get chucked back out, because obviously I have a feeling I'm gonna lose that trace. It seems there was a fish on. I felt it, I felt the weight of the fish, and then literally I got about 2 turns on the reel and I was right into a snag like. I've just let a load of slack go in case the fish can run out of the snag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait this trace up now and then see to that. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right guys, just a quick update. The cast when I had that bite and I was snagged, now it never come of it. I got my trace back, but there was no fish on, and it's been probably about an hour and I'd say an hour and a half since I had that last bite. I had a bite earlier and it seemed to like pull my rod round, and the rod seemed to just sit round when I had crab on, and I was fast solid, so could have been a conger maybe, that possibly. But other than that, it's been quiet. It's been very quiet. Like them first 3 casts, I thought here we go, we're gonna get like proper stuck into fish again, and then it just hasn't really picked up since then. First 3 casts, bam bam bam, and then it's just gone very quiet. And I've had one bite since then. I've lost 2 sets of gear just due to getting snagged up. But other than that, that's it. Like, still a couple hours to go. Like, I think something like that. So you never know. Things could change, but the water's got. When I first started, it was like clear with like a lot of mist. Like, seemed to be like mist in the water, which I've done well in the past when it's been like that. But as the tides like flooded in and got deeper, it seems to have gone like a scummy sort of colour, like a grainy colour, which I've never done well ever when that happens. Which is maybe the case that I'm not getting any bites at all like now. I've even shortened my cast. I've literally chucked right in amongst the cabbage instead of being right on the edge of it. I've chucked right in amongst it on this cast, and they haven't had any bites or out yet. Like, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So yeah, that's all to report so far. So I'll come back if there's anything else. Right guys, I just had a good thump then, and I picked it up and I couldn't feel anything at all, because the tide run's picked up now, and I just picked rod up, hit into it to railing, and another codling was lying on, similar size again, like a £1.5 sort of size. It's a slightly bit darker this one because I chucked closer in. That's the first time I've only chucked about 50 yards and managed to get a bite and get a cod out of it, like so. There we go. Nice long codling. He did go 2 keep, but I'm going to try my best to get him back. So yeah, nice and spot on. 2 cod, 1 pollock. It's about 2 hours to high water, so hopefully they might start coming on again. Hopefully, anyways. And yeah, fair enough. At least we're getting something. Right, I'm going to try and get this little guy back, guys. So catch you in a bit. Right guys, I've just come up the cliff and I'm walking back to the car now. So it was, I don't know, it was a weird session. The first 3 casts were, well, the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes were definitely the best of the session. Out of 4.5 hours fishing, the first 10-15 minutes were the best. As I say, first cast, decent sized pollock, maybe between 2 1/4, 2.5 pound, and then a second cast, a codling about 1.5 pounds, and then the third cast I had a good cod bite. Got struck into it. It was on for maybe first couple of yards, and I got snagged up and ended up losing it. And then just kind of went quiet. Odd little bite here and there. Then I got a half decent bite. Never thought out of it, and then pulled in and I had another cod on about 1.5 pounds, and then just little knocks here and there. It wasn't very productive. Like, I do believe when I first went down, it looked fishy to me. It looked very fishy. It was like clear water, but it had like a mist, like a mist to it as well. And I've had decent sessions like when it's been like that. But I've always found it's like that over low water, and then when the tide starts coming in, it clears up and it sometimes goes like a greeny coloured, and I've never had much success when it's been like that, and that's exactly what happened. But never mind. Definitely the best weather's when it's flat and clear. Like I've found that since I was a little kid. Flat and clear and red hot, that's what you want. Like, it was clear down there, but obviously I say it was like a horrible greeny colour. Never ever had much success in it, but we still managed 3 fish though. That's the main thing. But yeah, that's definitely my last session down the cliffs itself. Till when, God knows when, I don't know. I'm gonna fish marks the next couple of weeks where I can get signal, and just see how it goes. But it wasn't. I won't be going down these. Well, I can get signal down there on that Pacific mark I was on. Then I can get signal there, but by the time you get up the cliff and get back to the car, I'd say it took me about 5-10 minutes. Well, having said that, I set off at 9:47 I set off coming up the cliff, and I was up at the top for 10:01, so it took me about 8 minutes or something like that to get up. And obviously I had to make a detour because there was cows and there was a big bull in the field with the cows, and plus there's calves in there, and they were right next to the gate, like, and I had to make a detour right round them. Like, it was a nightmare. Well, I'd have been back at the car now, back at the car driving home, but never mind. So yeah, but as I say, it'll take too long if that happened, like, to get back to the car and drive home, like. So I'm just gonna leave it. I probably won't be back down these marks now until maybe October, November time, maybe, possibly. People who are out there and they've got young kids, like, well, I've got my little lass will be 2 in July, and obviously we've got Jan coming as well, so yeah. But back to the fishing. I might have a cast on Friday, but it'll be over low water. We are due, I think we're getting some decent westerly winds, so I might actually go on a rock mark and maybe try for a bass, maybe in the shallow rock marks. And the mark that I'm thinking of, you can actually get cod off there as well. I've had cod off there when it's been rough, just on straight crab, like. So I might go and do that on Friday. I'll keep an eye on the weather. You do need crab for that mark. Never actually tried worm off it, but you do need crab off there. I've got about 5 crabs still left in my bag, and I've got about maybe 12, 13 at home. But what day is it? Monday. It's whether they pop between now and Friday, and I'll have to put them in the freezer. I maybe have to go out for another ratch on Thursday for some, and see what happens. Only problem is it's a 1.2 metre tide on Friday night, so the mark that I'm thinking of might bear out too much. But I don't know. It tends to fish on the flood where I'm thinking about going, so I might try that. I might try it, see how it goes. Oh, I'm tired now. I absolutely flew up the cliff, absolutely bombed up it. Didn't affect us at all, but yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As I say, I thought it was going to be like the last session I had on that mark, the way it started, like a lightning start, but never mind. But cheers for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. So tight lines, guys, and see you later.